Hi guys, Doga with Danielle again. How are you today? I thought we would, we touched on breathing yesterday and the importance of it within yoga and life and the different varieties of practices that there are. But we didn't go through the list of the varieties. So I thought today we would just give a little brief rundown of those varieties. And we would kick off with Ujjayi, which was the one that we did yesterday, which was one of them, the victorious breath, where we breathe only through the nostrils, slowing the breath down and giving it more depth. There's also the 3-part breathing, the one that I've shown you from the beginning, where we breathe in and we feel the capacity in our lungs, and then we breathe out and then we take it in a bit more deeper and let that out as well. So we've already covered 2 different types of breath already, and now we're going to just go through a small list of some of the others, and let's see where it takes us. So after Ujjayi there is Surya Bedi, which is alternate nostril breathing, bringing balance and harmony to our minds and system, creating a relaxed but an alert state. So you would close off one nostril. So for example, you would maybe bring the thumb to the right nostril, and you would then just bring the breath work in through the left. And then you could do it alternatively, where you would just literally breathe in through the left and then let go and then let it out through the right. But we can cover that on another time. But that is one of the other items that you could bring there. The next one is Sitali, which is cooling breath. Focus on breathing through our open mouths but closed teeth, also known as hissing breath. Really good for frustration and irritation, good for controlling hunger and when feeling hot and bothered, which some of us may start to feel soon if the weather does pick up as it has been. Sitali, another cooling breath. Focus on breathing through a rolled tongue or pursed lips for those that cannot roll tongues. Used for adding moisture and coolness to an imbalanced system. Wonder if that would work for when we have the odd hangover, which you may have around birthday celebrations, right? The next one is Bhastrika. Focus is on the diaphragm and the stomach, aims at energizing, rebalancing for the digestive system. So that would be inhaling just through the nostrils again, but then I think letting go with a full breath when I looked it up. So it's otherwise known as a bellows breath, that it does use the core muscles there, the diaphragm, as part of the how can I put the mechanism as that breathing, so it relies heavily on the diaphragm. Then you have Brahmari, which is a focus on the head. So for example, say for headaches, migraines, tensions, it would be great for releasing the tension in those areas. It also uses vibration as part of its process, again only using the nostrils for breathing in and out, but using a humming sound as you breathe out, so it's otherwise known as hummingbird breath as well. You have Murcha, which is used for meditative purposes. Attention is drawn to the 3rd eye chakra, great for clearing the mind and channeling for clarity. Breathing in through the mouth and holding your breath for a count that you are comfortable with, so generally maybe 2 or 3 breaths while dropping your chin, and then when ready to release, you bring the chin back up, raising your chin to release that breath. But that's done more for a meditative purpose than a practical purpose. And when I say practical, I mean physical purpose. And then finally on that list that we mentioned yesterday was Plavini, which would be used again predominantly for meditative purposes, and the aim is to release the body from gravity with the aim of levitation. So of course advanced levels of practice only, to give the feeling of floating and lightness. Great for the digestive system and the organs associated with that area. Relies on breath holding on the exhale and inhale. When I was looking it up, I was struggling to piece those pieces together. So I guess maybe a YouTube video to look into that a bit better. One part it explained it a bit like a gulping of the breath. So as you're inhaling, as you're exhaling, you would be maybe inhaling another breath at the same time. Very overlapping, slightly confusing. Of course, it's for advanced, and like I said right at the very beginning, I'm not certified in yoga. I just enjoy it and wanted to share that with you guys. given all of that list there, that doesn't even cover all of them. That's just the, I think, top 8 of them. There's also lion's breath, breath of fire, so many more that we could go into, which are all used for different situations and for different techniques. But so I thought, as soon as we're on the breathwork path, let's stick to it. I noticed there was one in here called Sitali. If you remember, that was a cooling breath, and it is good for coolness and imbalanced systems. And yeah, as I have had my birthday recently, it would be good to balance the system. Also, I thought it looked fun because you have to roll your tongue. Now, if you can't roll your tongue, there is a modification for that. And we can adapt that in there. I can roll my tongue, so I'm going to do it that way. But if you can't, don't worry, we'll do the modification. And yeah, let's take a break. I'm just going to quickly go and have a look, see what that, remind myself how this breath goes, because I've never done it before. So it's great to share this with you, this learning journey. And let's have some fun. Okay, I'm back. I've had a little reminder. And it looks fun. So are you ready to have some breathing fun? Right, so the premise is you roll your tongue. Now, if you can't do that, that's fine. You can just stick your tongue out ever so slightly, a bit like, you know, them really small dogs that tend to, when they need to cool down, they stick their tongue out. So it kind of goes like that. Yeah, so it looks really funny, doesn't it? It's like you just want to start pulling funny faces. So yeah, you either choose the rolled tongue or the flat tongue, and as you do that, you then inhale. So sit up straight. Always remember to keep the spine long and aligned. You sit up straight, and you then would breathe in with your tongue. And then at the top, you will hold for a count of 2. And then you can release through the nostrils. Interesting. Not sure how that felt. Probably because I was talking while we went through it. So you've got the rough idea of how it is. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in through the mouth using the tongue. Breathe out, well, and then hold for a count of 2 breaths, and then release very slowly through the nostrils. Are we ready? Okay, let's do this. And breathe in. Okay, felt quite calm. Did feel calm with that. Yeah, should we try one more time? And again. Wow, it really does cool because you're breathing in that cooling air, and then when you release, it still feels quite cool. I would expect it to feel a bit warmer, but it didn't. It still felt quite cool. So I can understand why it's called the cooling breath. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Wonder if I practice that a bit more, what else that will bring. If you have joined in with any of the breathing techniques, do let me know how you have found them. And also don't forget to follow here at Child of God Online, also over on YouTube. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Take care, guys. Bye.